Are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
So please tell us about yourself.
Sir, my name is PAKSHAL Secretary. I am 22 years old. I have done my graduation in economics from Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. My interest and hobbies include budget traveling and curating newsletter that focuses on Indian economy.
So you are graduate from IIT Kanpur.
Yes, sir.
So have you done an integrated course?
No, sir. It was a Bachelor of Science in Economics.
Bachelor of Science in Economics?
Yes, sir.
But I hope IIT Kanpur is also offering integrated course, MSc?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. BSc plus MSc. It is a 5-year program. My course was of 4 years, sir.
So you opted for 4 years course?
Yes,
or?
sir. I opted for a 4
So the both courses are being offered in IIT Kanpur?
Yes, sir.
4-year BSc Economics and 5 years integrated course also.
Yes, sir. Initially, they only used to offer integrated program, but
Okay.
now they have started to offer a bachelor's degree also.
Bachelor's degree also.
Yes, sir.
So what is the process of entrance? Is it
So
through
it is
JEE?
through JEE Advanced only.
JEE Advanced or
JEE Advanced, sir.
JEE Advanced?
Yes,
okay.
sir. Like normal engineering students, how they are admitted through in economics.
Not JEE.
JEE Advanced.
Advanced is only for IIT. So
Yes, 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 sir.
okay. So since when the integrated course was separated? Because I initially it was MSc 5 years integrated course in Kharagpur also, in Kanpur also.
Yes, sir. Exactly. I am not able to recall, but it was in 2015, as far as I know, sir.
Okay. So you completed your honors in
Yes, sir.
economics. Right. And from where you have done your masters, or you did it?
No, sir. I
No.
did only bachelor's in economics.
Bachelor's in economics.
Yes.
Okay. And after that?
After that, I came here and I gave my, in 2023 only I completed my graduation, and this year only I gave my attempt. And,
This is your first attempt?
Yes, sir, first attempt.
Congratulations.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
And you did your coaching from somewhere?
No, sir.
You did for written examination?
Sir, my graduation was till 2023 May, so I was in campus till 2023 May, after which I gave prelims which I cleared, then I came here and studied for mains and then came.
Where?
Sir, through self-study only.
To self-study only?
Yes, sir.
Where do you stay in Delhi?
Sir, in Old Rajan Nagar only, there is a hostel where I am studying right now.
In a hostel?
Yes, sir.
It's commendable that you have not taken coaching from anywhere and you have cracked it for the first time?
Thank you, sir.
First attempt?
Thank you, sir.
So what are the books you referred for?
Sir, I
For economics optional?
Yes, sir. I relied on the standard source which were prescribed by my seniors. One of.
So you were staying with your seniors in the hostel? Here also?
No, actually, in the college, my senior, Shreya Shri, was she came and she was guiding me throughout my preparation journey. So she suggested some books which I referred. So, for example, in microeconomics, H.L. Ahuja.
Microeconomics, H.L. Ahuja. Macro?
H.L. Ahuja.
H.L. Ahuja.
And
Micro and macro both?
Yes, Freud and H.L. Ahuja for macro.
Macro.
For international Salvatore and for growth economics, I referred her notes, not any particular book.
But her note must be based on certain things. So you did not care to see from where she has made the note?
Yes, sir. For growth part, I didn't see where she had made note, but for other parts, I have referred books also and her notes also.
Okay, are you aware of Robert Solow?
Yes, sir. Sir, he was an American economist who died recently, sir. So he was famous for his economic growth model, which talked about how any country can gain a long-term growth, where through innovations, through technological changes, any country can sustain long-term growth.
So his main contribution was to see the relationship between technology, investment and growth.
Yes, yes, yes.
So can you tell us, elaborate on this? Because you got a Nobel Prize for this.
Yes, sir. Sir, earlier Harold Tomer had highlighted the role of savings and capital formation in economic growth. Then Robert Solow, he acknowledged and he built on that model.
But in Harold and Tomer, we assume constant capital output ratio.
Yes, sir.
And what is the other assumption?
So exactly, I am not able
Yes.
to recall. Right.
Okay. Okay, so he improved upon that.
Yes, sir. Solo improved upon that, and he showed that instead of assuming capital output ratio as constant, he didn't assume capital output ratio as constant, and then when he showed, then he was able to predict that for long-term growth, technological change and investment can be sustained.
So what is the difference between investment and capital?
Yes, sir. Investment leads to capital formation.
So how do you define capital? Is there any difference between capital and investment, or both are same thing?
So investment refers to investing in something, it is a form of investing in something, but
Or rate of change of capital is investment?
Yes, sir.
Because capital is a stock concept,
Variable,
whereas
and,
investment is a flow concept.
variable. Yes, sir. Yes,
So the change in capital is investment?
yes, sir.
Yes, please proceed.
Yes. Sir, this is the difference between the two, where capital is a stock variable, while investment is a flow variable, where investment refers to change in capital and how much capital we are accumulating over a time period.
So you were answering about the Robert Solow model.
Yes, sir. Sir, the Solo model talked about how investments are required in an economy for sustained economic growth, and how technological change is another way through which we can get a sustained economic growth.
Okay, forget about Robert Solow, right? And just you are a graduate from economics. How exactly do you see that technology can contribute in achieving higher growth of any developing country or underdeveloped country?
Sir, we have examples for tech contribution of technology. For example, if we see the Britain and the industrialization there was a technological change which brought about the industrialization in the country, and which led to sustained economic growth in the Britain, and which eventually led to sustained economic growth in the whole world, sir. So this can be a change. For example, currently we are seeing that there is a technological change leading, for example, artificial intelligence is being talked as a technological change which can lead to sustained economic growth, and we can
how it can lead to sustained economic growth?
Yes, sir. It improves the productivity in which we apply we use the raw material. For example, if there is artificial intelligence, then it improves the productivity of workers. So in this way, it can reduce the cost, and in this way, it can propel the economy.
So technology leads to increase in productivity.
Yes, sir.
First.
Yes, sir.
So that is how the productivity increases.
Yes, sir.
Given the same, resources,
we can generate more of
growth can be increased. Okay, so have you heard about cryptocurrency?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Cryptocurrency are blockchain based decentralized tokens which are privately issued, and which serves as a which are being touted as a substitute for currencies, and they are in decentralized ledger form, sir.
So Bitcoin is one of the cryptocurrencies.
Yes, sir.
But why India is vehemently opposing Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies? If it has such a great use.
So first thing is it is compromising on sovereignty of state, where for example currently RBI can decide the monetary policy and amount of circulation and amount of money which is being there, but when there is cryptocurrency, RBI has no control, monetary policy control over cryptocurrencies. So second issue with cryptocurrency is that they are being used for black money and terrorism purpose. For example, if we see black coin, so black coin was used for terrorism. We saw that terrorists were being funded through black coin. Thirdly, the issue is about inherent value of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, where for example if we see gold, and gold has some inherent value, but cryptocurrencies are currently based on speculation and they don't have inherent value. So this can be a risk for our financial system, sir. So that is why RBI is bluntly opposing, sir.
Then why US Federal Bank has given a nod in transaction, or particularly the trade transaction, to be carried in
Yes, the Fed has recently allowed ETFs based on cryptocurrencies to be traded, sir. Sir, the main reason is because in United States of America we have been seeing a adoption of cryptocurrency, and the Federal Reserve didn't want that it should their system is different, and they want to not want they want to not be seen as opposing cryptocurrency at whole. They want they have some freedom of choice in their system, and they want that individuals should be given a freedom whether to choose federal currency or
But
cryptocurrency.
since, as you said, it is based on entirely speculation, so
Yes, sir.
are they not at the risk? Or they think that, okay, since cryptocurrency is in terms of dollarization only, even if the trade is taking place globally, it may lead to dollarization of the major economies, and it is thus will have advantage.
Yes, sir. US has allowed cryptocurrency, but it is also not allowed at large extent. Only if we see in nominal terms, or if we see in percentage terms, only few transactions are being done through bitcoins and cryptocurrency, and they are not serving the purpose of money. For example, they are not serving the purpose of payment system, and they are mainly being used for speculative and investment purpose, sir. So their extent is not such large in US also, sir.
So RBI is again and again opposing this.
Yes, sir.
Why actually, why do you think that RBI is opposing?
Sir, the reason is
Two reasons you have given.
yes, mainly it is compromising the ability of RBI to monitor the monetary policy in the country. If for example, currently RBI can increase or decrease money supply in the
Then
economy.
why it is taxing transaction? It has levied taxes on
Yes, sir.
transactions.
Yes, sir. Sir, government has levied a 30% transaction TDS. Sir, the main reason for this is to first is to not promote cryptocurrencies. If there would be taxation, then for speculative purpose, the use of cryptocurrency will definitely decrease. And since they are being traded, so government doesn't want that there is some revenue loss for government. For example, in stock market there was a STT or other taxes which were levied, but there was no tax levied on cryptocurrencies as such. So they were becoming attractive options for investor. So they want to discourage that also. That was the reason to bring taxation.
So there is a term called as in 17th century, Dutch tulip prices were also being hyped like the cryptocurrencies.
Yes, sir.
Why this reference has come?
Yes,
If you
sir.
see the speeches of RBI Governor Mr. Das, you will find often this comparison.
Yes,
That
sir.
the cryptocurrencies are just like 17th century Dutch tulip prices high.
Yes, sir. There was a Dutch disease in 17th century, which led to large-scale financial instability in the entire world. So it is being compared to that it is being
Why
said
it is
that
Dutch tulip? Dutch tulip prices were hyped.
Yes, sir. So exactly,
Are
I am
you-
not aware of the crisis, but it was an asset price bubble which formed in that period.
Yes.
And
Yes, it was actually unnecessarily, it was because perceived that the tulip is a plant
Yes,
or
sir.
a flower, so
Yes,
the
sir.
tulip prices were rocketing high,
Okay, sir.
were rising, and so that is why it was called as a bubble asset.
Okay, sir.
And so boom was there in the prices of the tulip,
Yes, sir.
Dutch tulip.
Yes, sir.
So the cryptocurrencies oftenly is being referred like a Dutch tulip.
Okay, sir.
Only. So as you said, this coin or cryptocurrencies are based on blockchain
Yes, sir.
technology. Why it is blockchain technology so important? What are the advantages of blockchain technology?
So blockchain is a ledger-based blocks where each individual can contribute into block, and if a block is inserted in the chain, then the block cannot be deleted or modified. So it is a permanent thing. Once a peer-to-peer verification of a block is done, then it is permanently there, and no change in this could be made. And if we change, then it would show that some modification has been done. So sir, advantage of blockchain is we can store records and transactions into the blockchain. For example, currently government is using blockchain for storing the land records in our country.
Right. Exactly the same question I was going to ask. You being a now, say, being aware of this blockchain technology as well as economist,
Yes.
where in agriculture you will find its uses? So already you have now said once that okay, in land records,
Yes, sir.
this technology can be
Yes,
very
sir.
well used so that the land records cannot be tampered.
Yes, sir. So secondly, in agriculture, what we can do is our traditional practices. We can record them and keep in a blockchain so that, for example, recently there was a case of turmeric being patented in US. So such things can be avoided by documenting and blockchaining our traditional knowledge. This could be second area where we could use them. So these are the two things I could recall right now in agriculture, sir.
Even Jharkhand is the first government to use the blockchain technology in seed distribution.
Okay, sir.
High varieties or hybrid varieties of seed distributions.
Okay, sir.
What about, are you aware of the Citizenship Amendment Act, CAA 2003? What is it?
CA 2003.
Okay, 2019.
Yes, sir. Sir, it was an act brought by the Home Minister, Honorable Home Minister in the Parliament, which intends to provide citizenship to few communities from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh. Sir.
So why it was in news? Why it was being opposed?
Sir, mainly the opposition were from some communities which were excluded in the CAA. For example, the majority communities in these countries, Bangladesh, Afghanistan and Pakistan were Muslim, and Muslim communities were excluded from giving citizenship in the Citizenship Amendment Act. So this was the reason for their opposition, and there was second concern that CAA it will be clubbed with NRC.
NRC, yes.
Yes,
What
sir.
is this NRC?
Sir, it is a National Register of Citizenship where we ask every citizen to prove his citizenship to India, sir.
So why this evoked so much your opposition?
Yes, sir, there were concerns from majorly the Muslim communities which were excluded in CAA, that this might lead to their citizenship loss, and this might result in their exclusion from Indian Union itself, sir. So this was major reason why the protests were there, sir.
So why, suppose you are an administrator,
Yes, sir.
and if you are asked to implement,
Yes, sir.
or do you think, okay, just tell me what are the positive aspect of this NRC and CA,
Yes, sir. For
and negative aspect of it?
Yes, sir. For CA is, sir, giving citizenship and not taking citizenship of anyone, sir. So it is a law of giving citizenship, sir, and union has the power to decide whom to give citizenship, sir. So this is one aspect, sir. Secondly, sir, we are talking about persecuted minorities in this country, sir. Sir, so this intends to give citizenship to persons who are really suffering, sir. So this is the second thing which I see positive, sir. Sir, and if we see that every country in the world has some national register of its citizenship where its citizens are clearly defined, sir. So NRC will bring a citizenship quota where if there is someone who is illegally residing in India, sir, so he must not get the benefits of citizen, sir. So this is the third thing which I see as a positive, sir. Already we have some resource constraints, sir, and if we take illegal immigrants into our country, so then we can be at a major issue, sir. So we first need to define who the citizens of India are, and NRC is a step in this direction, sir.
Okay, there has been always a debate on the estimation of poverty in India.
Yes, sir.
How do you define poverty?
Sir, as per World Bank, any person who is earning less than $2.1 in a day is defined as poor, sir. But I will define poverty in multidimensional terms.
No, but in India, some of the measures, first tell us some of the measures, like Tendulkar has suggested some of the measures.
Yes, sir.
The Tendulkar committee has suggested.
Yes, sir.
Suggested.
So there were various committees.
Initially, we were measuring poverty on what? on basis of consumption.
Yes, sir,
And then
consumption
it
data.
became an income.
Yes, sir.
So, and then please elaborate on this. And then I would like to
Yes, sir.
hear from you the MPI.
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir, the Tendulkar committee recommended a measurement of poverty based on MRP, mixed reference period, where there would be 3 types of classification. One would be for short-term things like vegetable oils, edible oils. There would be a 7-day recall period. For medium-term things, there would be a one-week recall period, and for like a clothing, housing, there would be a 1-year recall period. We will take the consumption data and we will try to estimate whether if a person has earned rupees, exactly I don't remember the line, it was around 32 rupees per day. So he defined both the rural poverty and urban poverty
Based on consumption.
Based on consumption, sir.
Consumption per week, per year, or some what?
Yes, sir. 3 types of consumption. One was for weekly 7-day basis, one was for monthly 30-day basis, and for few things like housing, and it was 365 days recall period, sir.
So, how now some of the report, like you see, one of the research wing of government, SBI research wing,
Yes, sir.
has said that 25 million people have crossed this. But why? But again, it is based on what? What estimate?
Yes,
This
sir.
research is claiming.
Niti Aayog has been calculating multidimensional poverty index, and as per multidimensional poverty index, 250 million people have left the poverty between 2014 and 2022, sir.
But what is this multiple, say, multidimensional poverty index?
Yes, sir. In multidimensional poverty index, instead of unidimensional approach of taking income or consumption, we take a multidimensional approach where we see health, education, and standard of living of an individual.
So health, education, and so the three metrics,
Yes, sir.
which have been included in multidimensional poverty index is
Yes.
health, education, and
Standard of living, sir.
standard of living.
Yes, sir.
So how can you further elaborate these components like health or particularly health and
Education.
education?
Yes, sir.
Because living standard is obviously income.
No, sir. Sir, in living standard, there are access to housing, access to clean water, access to sanitation, access to like clean fuel. These are the metrics in standard of living. Sir, per capita income is not included in multidimensional poverty index, sir. So second, for health, it is life expectancy at birth, and for education, it is mean year of schooling at the time of admission, sir. And one more metric which I am forgetting, sir.
Nutritional aspect is also there.
Yes.
In health. But have you gone in detail into the index? Some of the criticism about the multi-dimensional poverty index is that the government has already excluded the age group between 6 or to 6 to something like 12 or 11 years. So therefore the nutritional aspect is already now not being covered here.
Sir, I have not gone in this detail, so I won't be able
Now,
to.
you being an economist or a graduate of economics, you should know that what are the weaknesses or say the criticism of this index.
Yes,
And
sir.
do you see any difference between multi-dimensional poverty index and multi-dimensional divisional or deprivational index? Or both are same? Deprivation, multi-dimensional deprivation index.
Sir, deprivation.
Or they are being used synonymously now?
Sir, deprivation index measures deprivation, while poverty index measures poverty, sir. Sir, so
The term says like this, but
yes, sir.
but the deprivation is already otherwise. Why should we go for multidimensional poverty index? Already it is measuring deprivation only.
I have to read on this.
Okay. Why do you think there is a row about or the debate about the MSP or why the government is reluctant to provide Swaminathan Commission's recommendations on MSP?
Sir, firstly, sir, MSP, sir, reasons for issues with the MSP is that, sir, it is creating perverse incentive in favor of wheat and rice, sir. There is a distortion of cropping pattern due to MSP. So reason why government is not giving Swaminathan Commission not implementing Swaminathan Commission recommendation. The first reason is lack of resources. Sir, it would lead to more fiscal inflow into into MSP, sir. And secondly, sir, we don't have infrastructure also, where FCI infrastructure to provide MSP in all the areas at that price is not sufficient, sir. And others, sir, are majorly political issues.
What is the commission recommendation? What is C2?
Yes, sir. Sir, C2 includes all the cost which a person, like currently government is giving A2 plus FL, which includes the cost beared by the farmers and imputed value of his labor, sir. Sir, but it doesn't include the imputed value of the land which he is operating, sir. So C2 includes comprehensive cost, where all the costs which are borne by the farmers are being included, sir. And Swaminathan Committee recommended to give MSP based on C2, sir.
C2 plus what? C2 plus 50%.
Yes, 1.5 times C2. Yes, sir. But currently government is giving based on A2 plus FL, sir.
So you as an economist, do you suggest that the farmer should be given C2 plus 50% of the cost, MSP? Or if it is given, what will be the repercussions?
Sir, what I feel is government needs to find a different solution rather than MSP, sir, where we need to provide price stability. This can be done through extending agriculture infrastructure instead of providing C2. We should focus on diversification of MSP, where instead of providing only for wheat, rice and few of the crops.
No, but if you've seen now preparation for interim budget is going on.
Yes, sir.
If you have seen some of the debates,
yes, sir.
It is 2.2 trillion.
Yes, sir. Food
Subsidy is going
yes,
to, and so government is thinking of providing MSP to the even other areas other than wheat and paddy.
Yes, sir.
For example, you are from Madhya Pradesh?
Yes, sir.
Dhar district?
Yes, sir.
Right. Madhya Pradesh is one of the largest producer of
soya
pulses.
Yes, sir. Pulses,
right?
Yes, sir.
So you see, our pulses demand are not being met. We are importing some of the pulses,
yes,
particularly the Adhar.
Yes, sir.
So how do you see this? Government has already given a provision for 2.2 trillion rupees
yes,
for a food subsidy.
Sir, there are concerns that if we give MSP based on Swaminathan Commission to all the farmers, the food subsidy, which is currently 2.2 trillion, will shoot up to 8.3 trillion, sir, which is unsustainable for our budget and which is unsustainable for India itself, sir. So this much amount can't be in any case be considered, sir. So what we can do is
and again it will undermine the cost of it will increase the cost of PDS also,
yes,
supply, and it will compromise food security.
Yes,
Grammar schemes in India.
yes, sir.
Right. So okay, Dhar, you are in Dhar district.
Yes.
How far Manipur is from your place?
So from my place it is 120 kilometers.
120 kilometers.
Yes, sir.
Why Mandu is famous?
Sir, Mandu is a historical place. It has a very good architecture. It is famous for Jahaj Mahal, Rani Pavilion, and sir, it was a place where the poet Prince Baj Bahadur and yes, Rani Rupmati were in love, and their love story is being demonstrated.
Can you tell us some of the sonnets written on Baj Bahadur and Rani Rupmati?
I don't know, sir.
आप वहाँ गए हैं?
Yes, sir, I went there and only for a few days.
अच्छा, रानी रूपमती और बाज बहादुर का किला उधर आप गए उधर?
Yes, sir.
कंस्ट्रक्शन देखा है आपने?
Yes, sir.
क्या आर्किटेक्ट है?
Sir, it is Pathani architecture, where huge pavilions were created, and there were huge windows, very big size of windows, and yes, sir, this is the architecture there.
And why Jahaj Mahal is famous?
So Jahaj Mahal is also famous for its architecture, sir. Sir, mainly Sir, currently like wedding photographies and pre-wedding shoots are being.
हमारा एक फिल्म की भी शूटिंग हुई है, देवानंद की फिल्म.
I don't know, sir. I don't
You are not aware?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
PAKSHAL Secretary.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I have I have become very curious about your name. It seems to be very peculiar. Please explain it.
Yes, sir. As you point out, sir, it is a unique name. Sir, actually in Jainism, what Pakshal means is Abhisheka, where when we pour milk and water on deity, it is being called Pakshal in Jainism, sir.
And what is secretary?
Sir, secretary also has its origin with Jain community. Sir, actually my great-grandfather was secretary of Jain community in our locality, sir. So, due to his selfless service, the community gave this title to our family and it became a surname, sir.
Is it a English term?
Yes,
secretary?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So it has deliberately been suffixed
Yes, sir.
after name.
Yes, sir.
Secretary.
Yes, sir.
So, how do you see it overall? Your Pakshal secretary name, why not Jan suffixed after your name?
Yes, sir.
As your surname or title?
Yes, sir. So it was from my great grandmother's time only. He stopped using Jain and he started using secretary as family surname. So our family continued on this tradition, sir. Sir, how I view my name is, sir, what I feel is it is a unique name, and it gives curiosity in minds of whoever I interact. So it is like a good conversation starter for me, sir.
Okay, very good. In your DAF, you have not mentioned about your state cadre, your service preference.
Yes, sir.
Why is it so?
Sir,
Not mentioned properly yet.
Sir, I didn't choose Madhya Pradesh as my service first state.
What
Sir,
is your state cadre first preference?
Sir, it is Gujarat.
Gujarat.
Yes.
Why not Madhya Pradesh?
Sir, actually.
Gujarat is in zone 1.
Yes, sir. Zone 3.
Zone 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your first preference in zone 1?
In zone 1, it is Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Why not Madhya Pradesh, your home state?
Yes, sir. Main reason for not choosing Madhya Pradesh is firstly, I have been residing in Madhya Pradesh and All India Services provides me these opportunities to serve in other places, sir. Sir, secondly, I come from a district which is closer to Gujarat. It is on Gujarat border, sir. So I have culture and a connection with Gujarati and Gujarati culture, sir. So I thought since All India Services provides me with this opportunity, I can serve in some other state and Gujarat being proximate.
So between these two states, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat,
Yes, sir.
with which state do you feel yourself to be more connected?
Yes, sir. I am definitely more connected with Madhya Pradesh, sir.
So how do you justify your choice of Gujarat? You said that you are connected with Gujarat, that's why you have chosen your first preference as Gujarat.
Sir, there was another third reason for choosing such a state preference. Sir,
No, first let us resolve it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, the third reason will resolve the dilemma.
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Sir, when I was seeing the trend of insider and outsider vacancy in the state, sir, Madhya Pradesh didn't have insider vacancy from last 5 years. So I thought since Gujarat is also culturally near to me, and I have some connection with Gujarat, so I can serve there.
So you can say that's a strategic decision.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, straightforward you should say.
Okay, sir.
That is a strategy. If you say that I feel more connected with Gujarat, and if the question is asked other way around, if you say that feel more connected with Madhya Pradesh, then it creates a kind of contradiction
Yes, yes.
in your answer. Please
Yes, sir.
keep in mind.
Okay, sir.
Please try to resolve it.
Yes, sir.
See, in UPSC, the honesty is the most important factor. If you give a right answer, wrong answer, giving a wrong answer is secondary. It's a judgment of your personality. It's a test of your personality. So personality-wise, you should offer yourself in the most honest manner before the board.
Okay, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is very essential.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you aware of the economy of Madhya Pradesh?
Yes, sir.
Its economic base? Please tell us something about it.
Sir, economy of Madhya Pradesh is predominantly dependent on agriculture, where 63% of our labor force is contributing towards agriculture, sir. It contributes 43% to gross value added of the economy, sir. Sir, the industries industries have a very low share in GV of economy, sir. The services, which is another 30% of the economy, while the remaining part is done by the industries, sir. Sir, for industries, sir, there are two bases mainly. One is in my district, sir, Pithampur area, which is a major
But
automobile.
Madhya Pradesh is very highly mineral rich state.
Yes, sir.
Why industry is not so developed in Madhya Pradesh?
So there are various reasons for underdevelopment. Sir, first one would be the policies, like initial policies of Madhya Pradesh, sir. So there
Initial
were-
policy means which year? Which
Sir, in the
period?
initial phase from independence till 2000, sir, where there were the difficulties in procurement of land, there were level of difficulties in the state due to which
That is matter of past.
Yes.
What about last 2 decades?
In last 2 decades, sir, we have been rapidly industrializing, but sir, the deficit of the past is haunting us. For example, infrastructure, connectivity.
So do you think that 2 decades are very less to increase the contribution of industrial sector in the state GDP? 2 decades is
Sir, the problem with Madhya Pradesh was the base was very low. So what we are building is on a very low base. So we have achieved a lot of progress in the past 2 decades, but when we see it in perspective of entire country, and we are on lower side.
where
of
are we
industrial.
lacking there?
Sir, mainly the infrastructure is a major issue, where, for example, if I say of my district, then we don't have any railway connectivity in the entire district, sir. So this is the issue, which is we have only a 2-lane road and a single road, and which is like a 2-lane road is connecting the entire district, sir. So the infrastructure has been a major barrier, sir, for
Okay.
industrialization.
What else?
Sir, other is, sir, we don't have any access to port, or we are a landlocked state. So this is another inhibiting factor for Madhya Pradesh. So third thing could be we have a large tract of forest land, sir. So where 30% of our land is forest, sir. So the land availability in form of industrial land is also, sir, on lower side in Madhya Pradesh, sir. Also there is a
If
tribal-
major portion of the GDP is contributed by the primary sector, including the agriculture and allied activities and mining also,
Yes, sir.
and less is contributed by industry and services, but the volume of state GDP is very high. How do you see this phenomenon situation? Say for example, 60%, 65% contribution in the state GDP comes from the agriculture and allied activities and the mining sector,
Yes, sir.
and say 35 to 40% comes from industry and other sector.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
And the level of GDP, state GDP is very high as compared to some neighboring states. How do you see this situation?
Sir, this can be a situation.
Is it a
where-
good situation or a adverse situation?
Sir, this can be a good situation to start from, where agriculture sector is very much productive in the state, and the agriculture sector is like a major engine of our development. But what we need to do is to build on that start, sir. It can be a good start, but it is not a final or a good situation for a state, where we need to build from this agriculture base, and we need to increase industrialization and
Why?
service.
Why?
Sir, because the value addition, sir, agriculture, what I feel is on lower end of value addition, where manufacturing adds more value to it and services adds another line of value to the agriculture, sir. So state has much more potential, and it is not realizing its potential. This is what I
You
feel.
mean to say that this structure of GDP, state GDP, is not sustainable for the longer period of time?
Yes, sir, this can be because, sir, resources in agriculture are limited. State has a particular amount of land, so it can't increase land availability. And
So why industry, particularly the manufacturing sector, is considered so important, so significant for value addition in terms of income output and employment?
Yes, sir. For income, sir, since the value addition in agriculture, in manufacturing is higher than agriculture, we build on the agriculture base through forward linkages in manufacturing. So first reason is this. Second is the job opportunity. When any person moves from agriculture to manufacturing, there is a more value addition in jobs. The jobs are high paying, and also the jobs being created are larger in number in manufacturing, sir. It is a labor intensive process. If like we talk about labor intensive industries, or if we talk about like a low scale manufacturing, so this is the main reason, like it improves both the jobs and the output in the economy, sir.
Okay. You studied BSc Economics.
Yes, sir.
What important papers did you study there?
Sir, our program mainly focuses on the economic aspect of
Name of the paper, please. Which papers, what papers did you study in your BSc Economics? 4 year, na?
Yes,
What were the important papers that you studied there?
sir, mainly the papers relating to international economics. We studied merits. We studied.
So, like first semester, what were the
Sir,
papers?
in first semester, microeconomics was there, and which was based on the book of.
No, I'm not asking book. Just name of the papers.
Sir, in microeconomics, we didn't read any
And
paper.
only one paper.
No, sir, we didn't read any paper, sir. Sir, we were like mainly focusing on books, and like we were building our.
I'm not asking research paper, beta. I'm asking about the subjects. It is not subject, it is paper. Paper 1, paper 2, paper
sir.
3.
Sorry, sir.
Microeconomics is a paper.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We studied microeconomics. In second semester, we studied macroeconomics. Sir, micros, we did second part of microeconomics, which were like focusing on more building on basics of microeconomics. Then there was second course on building on basics of macroeconomics. Then there was a course on international economics, so growth and growth models, so developmental economics. Another course was on environmental economics, and in last semester we did a course on Indian economics, sir.
What motivates you to join this service, civil services?
Sir, mainly after economics.
Point wise, 3 points.
Yes, sir. So there were three major reasons. Firstly, the opportunities which the civil services provides me, the diverse fields in which I can work, sir. So secondly, I have from my college days an inclination towards community service and public service, sir. So this is the second reason. This provides me with an opportunity to serve the public, sir. Sir, and third reason would be social respect, recognition, and career stability, which the civil services provide, sir.
So, taking into consideration that the knowledge that you have acquired in the course of your study in BSc Economics,
Yes, sir.
do you feel that the study of economics and the knowledge of economics that you have gained is in any way going to help in your the performance of your job as an IAS officer?
Sir, as an economist, sir, today what we are aiming is a developed country by 2047. So, sir, if an economist like me becomes an administrator, and I can definitely contribute to the growth process of the country, sir, I would be responsible for management of resources, sir, as an administrator. So, I could optimize the resources and see the opportunity cost of any like a scheme or policy being implemented, and I could minimize the opportunity cost of any scheme or interventions. I could optimize the budget of the government, which the government allocates me as an administrator, sir. I could like see the developmental project, and I could prioritize the developmental project. For example, if I see that a district needs infrastructure, then I could prioritize infrastructure and other projects, sir. So
Have you heard about Gram PAKSHAL?
no, sir.
No. Okay. So, for rural development, what will be your agenda items? 3 important items in the state of Gujarat.
Sir, first would be
Most important steps that after joining as collector of any district of Gujarat, say Bhuj state.
Yes,
Bhuj is in Gujarat, no?
yes, sir.
What will be your 3 priority areas immediately after joining?
Sir, first would be improving educational outcomes, where I would ensure
That's a
that
long-term measure, improving education.
Yes,
What
sir.
will you do immediately after joining?
Yes, sir, I will ensure that there is no teacher absenteeism in the schools, and I will ensure that the gross enrollment ratio of the children in the education system of the district is on a higher level. Sir, I would encourage women and empower the panchayats in the my district, so that there is grassroots level development and decentralization of development, sir.
How will you empower the panchayats?
Sir, by providing them with finances, by including them in developmental meetings, by
It is already there in the constitutional provisions are there.
yes, sir. But
What innovative will you do?
yes, sir. But these sir, we have some provisions, but provisions are not being implemented properly on the ground, sir. What I would ensure is I would ensure proper implementation of existing provisions on the ground, sir.
Okay. Next.
Sir, third would be focus on Anganwadi and health system, where we could encourage students and Anganwadi workers to improve the health outcomes of the district, sir.
Do you feel that institutions like Anganwadi are very helpful for the development of the area?
Yes, sir, definitely they are very much helpful, sir, because a healthy population is a productive population, and if a population is healthy, then it would definitely contribute to economy in a more better way, sir.
But if you try to improve situation at the rural level, at the local level, you may have to face confrontation from the representatives of the local self-government.
Yes, sir.
What kind of challenges do you expect?
So what I feel, sir, the agenda of both of us is in sync, sir. Both want to ensure the development of the region, sir. So we need to resolve our differences, and we need to accommodate each other's concerns, sir.
How will you do it?
Yes, sir, I will sit with him and discuss all the plans, sir. I will engage him, and I would try to make his engagement instead of being seen, since I am a permanent representative and permanent bureaucracy should not be seen in the front. I would rather encourage him to come in the front, and to if there is some intervention, I would make him as a phase of intervention, sir.
Okay. What do you mean by governance?
Sir, governance is a delivery of government services by the system, sir.
Are there some indicators of good governance, bad governance?
Yes, sir.
Well, governance indicators. Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir. So some indicators like transparency, corruption, are ease of service delivery and ease of citizens are indicators of good governance in any country as per the Niti Aayog index of good governance.
Okay. Have you heard about demographic transition?
Yes, sir.
It's associated theory. What is theory of demographic transition?
So theory of demographic transition focuses on 3 stages of demographic transition. So in first stage, any economy or any country has a high birth rate and a high death rate, which results in stagnant population growth. But with improvement in health facilities and education, there is decline in death rate, but the birth rate slowly follows the death rate. So there is a population boom because the death rate increases at a faster rate than birth rate, sir. And in the third phase, there is a decline.
Why death rate falls in the second stage?
Sir, because of health interventions, mainly because the life expectancy increases, and mainly there is education and awareness about health, sir.
Okay, next.
And in third phase, sir, there is both decline in birth rate and decline in death rate, which leads to again stagnant population, sir.
A stagnant or optimum population? Do you think a stagnant population, this situation can be achieved actually? A stagnancy of population?
No, sir. Stagnancy a population, since it is a variable thing, birth rate and death rate will increase and decrease. It can't be constant over a period of time, so it leads to a consistency in population or on marginal decline of population.
Or at some optimum level?
Yes, sir.
Where do you find India in this perspective? The demographic profile of India?
So we are definitely in the second phase, where our death rate is reduced and our birth rate is reducing, and population is currently surging, but it is projected by 2041 our population will peak and then it will start to decline, sir.
Okay. Distinguish between the 3 terms associated with demography: demographic deposit, demographic debt, and demographic dividend.
So demographic dividend is a when there is a bulge in demography of youths in a country, then youth can be productively used in the economy, and the benefits which we reap out of them due to demography of like any country, the benefits in the economy which we reap out of them is demographic dividends. Sir, for demographic deposit, sir, exactly I am not aware of both the terms, demographic deposit also and demographic debt also, sir.
Okay. Where do you find India
Sir, in what sense?
in respect of, okay, I will shift the question. What are the challenges and opportunities for India with respect to its demographic profile?
Yes, sir.
We are talking a lot, we are listening a lot about demographic dividend
Yes, sir.
that is prevalent in India.
Yes, sir.
Is it so easy to reap the benefit of demographic dividend for India?
Yes, sir. What we are seeing is, sir, India is today at an inflection point, what we are calling Amrit Kal for our economy, where we are the demographic dividend is about to peak, sir. Demography is about to peak, sir. Sir, and if we don't properly utilize the demographic dividend will turn into demographic disaster, sir. So, sir, it is a very ambitious thing to use our demography, and will be very difficult for our economy to reap a dividend out of our demography. So, since our education, health, and skill level are not such, the capabilities of individual are not that much developed, so it would be a very difficult process for India to achieve a demographic dividend, sir. So this is a difficult project, sir, but it is not impossible in nature, sir. Sir, if we work with whole of society approach, we can definitely reap a dividend out of it, sir.
The government has announced by 2047 India should become the developed economy or Viksit Bharat.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by this Viksit Bharat? In your opinion, where do you see India at in 2047?
Yes, sir. As per the World Bank, the criteria for
Concrete 3-4 indicators.
Okay, sir. So as per the World Bank, the criteria for developed country is around.
No, I am asking your opinion, your vision for 2047.
Okay, little first. So he wants to start from the.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is around $13,800. So we have currently per capita income of $2,379. So to achieve a developed country status by 2047, India needs to grow by 8 to 9%. Sir, what I feel, it is an ambitious target. Sir, my vision for 2047 is that we will have if we work properly and if we utilize the Amrit PD in a good manner, then we can reach a developed country status. And sir, also our human development indicator, which is around 0.65 currently, and for developed countries it is 0.8. So we can reach, sir, what I feel is there are various changes going on, for example climate transition, artificial intelligence. Sir, if we reap the benefits of such technologies and we reap the benefits of such transition, we are into new mode of industrial revolution. If we reap the benefits of such thing, then we could definitely become a developed country by 2047, sir.
Have you heard about Manipur violence?
Yes, sir.
What is the issue there?
Sir,
The ethnic, it's mainly, its nature mainly is the ethnic violence.
Yes, sir. Sir, there are 3 types of communities in Manipur, sir. Meitei, Kuki and Naga, sir. Sir, Kuki and Naga are given ST status, while Meitei are not considered as ST, sir. So there was a High Court decision regarding the status of Meitei, which fueled the violence, and which Kukis and Nagas are against giving ST status to Meiteis, which are a majority in Manipur state. So this is the main reason for the violence, sir.
Why has it persisted so long? Has the administration failed there to control the violence and restore peace in the state?
Sir, the scale of violence in initial days was very large, sir. Administration has been able to curb the violence to much extent, sir. Sir, recently we haven't seen any incidents of death in the Manipur, sir, for a good time now, sir. So we have been able to manage the situation for right now in terms of law and order, sir. Sir, but there is a deficit in trust among the communities, and we are not able to bridge that trust deficit between the communities. So we need to like work on making a.
So as an administrator, what will be your opinion? What is, how will you tackle that situation if you had been at that place in a particular district?
Yes, sir. First would be ensuring that law and order and no such incident happen in my district. So for this, if I would require army, this I would require section 144, then I would like take all the measures to ensure that there is no single incidence in my district of law and order, sir. So second would be community outreach.
Say for example, a mob of say 5,000 becomes violent and attacks your residence or your office. What will you do?
Yes.
Immediate step.
So immediate step would be to firstly to inform the state government about the attack. So I would request the paramilitary forces or the army for the security purpose, sir. Sir, and since the mob is there, so I won't have any like other thing which I could do. I could only like request the paramilitary and other security forces and ensure that after the mob gets dispersed.
Use of forces?
Yes, sir. If the mob becomes violent, then use of force would be the only option left with me, sir.
Firing?
No, not firing, sir. We have other options like use of smoke grenades or use of water tanks, which could be used.
Okay. So, thank you, Pakshal. Your formal interview is over now. Mock interview.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel about your performance today?
Sir, in the economic concepts, I felt that there was some lagging, sir, in the core economics thing where, for example, you asked about solo. I didn't I was not able to clearly articulate.
Actually, it is a news, so you should.
Yes.
It is not that they will ask you the question, but since Robert Solo has died,
You were expected to be aware about it.
so I just died recently. So obviously when you are talking about the development thing, and since he is a Nobel laureate,
Yes, sir.
so we should know what was his.
Yes,
So that happens. You just brush it up.
yes, sir.
But I think personality-wise is okay. A little bit, it happens when you enter for the first time. You are a little tense, but slowly, and you should have a smiling. As if you are smiling now, this should be your. Okay. You should be composed and like this only. And now, since sir said now your formal interview is over, so now this should be the exactly presentation.
Yeah.
Like this, the way you are smiling now, this should be the.
Sir, what happens when I come for initial period of 5 minutes?
It happens. It happens everywhere. So it will. You will. So I hope you have taken this maybe the first or second mock.
Yes, the second mock, yes.
So obviously it happens.
Earlier, where did you take the mock?
Sir, next I guess.
Next eyes. So how do you find the difference between the two?
Yes, sir. It was a more closer and more interactive session. Sir, in that mock.
They are more formal than.
Yes, sir. More formal and they had some limited that every person will ask only 5 questions. So they are limited to that only, sir.
Here we are sitting not to actually interview you, but to counsel you more.
Yes, yes.
How to perform, how to give your best in the board.
Yes, sir.
So personality-wise, it's very impressive. You created a very good impression while you entered the room, and the total number of members present in the board will be approximately 6 to 7, even 8 members there.
Okay, sir.
So you have to maintain an eye contact with all the members of the board. The majority of the eye contact, 60, 70%, 80%. There is no fixed parameter, but majority of the eye contact should be maintained with the member who has asked the question.
Okay, sir.
And rest you should rotate among the other members of the board. And give a pleasant personality, not deliberate, जानबूझ के बहुत ज़्यादा उसको मतलब कि हंसने वाली बात नहीं है, but एक होता है ना pleasant personality, you should practice before the mirror also, है ना? How much is the optimum pleasant personality for you? And if a female member is sitting over there, you should first greet the female member, even before the chairman.
That should be particular.
That is taken care of in the board. And rest then all of them.
Yes.
If there is no female member, then first greet the chairman and just rotate the eyes in one. Not like the good morning sir, good morning sir, good no. This is not the.
Okay, sir.
You should not repeat good morning sir, good
हाँ.
morning sir, good morning sir.
Just
So only
greet
good
the
morning,
chairman
sir.
and rotate the eye to all the members. That's okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And there is no pattern of sitting also. Like I said, koi baithna nahi hai. Many of the coaching center may tell you, but we as an experience I can tell you that.
So first I was
You should be
like,
attentive, yes.
No.
You should be
It gives-
pleasant.
It gives you impression that you have come from coaching. Somebody has coached you to sit like this. So whatever, you get relaxed, but yes, alert mode.
Okay.
अब ऐसा नहीं कि वहाँ जाके ऐसे बैठ के
Yes.
that should be avoided.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise ऐसा नहीं है कि military की तरह nobody requires that.
What DAF have you submitted at UPSC? The same DAF?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But here I don't see your choice of preference. Or
No, sir,
testing.
I have
You
given,
have?
like it includes in letter. Because,
I don't see
see, this
here.
is DAF one.
Acha,
one.
detailed is not here. Okay. That's why. This is the reason. I could
This
not
is
see.
DAF 1, sir. One more, there is DAF 2. In
No
which,
issue,
other
no issue.
details are there, sir.
No issue. So overall, your response to our question is good, above mark, and you should prepare your answer very well regarding your choice of state capital.
Yes, sir.
Point wise, not more than 2-3 points are enough. Why have you selected Gujarat as compared to Madhya Pradesh?
Okay.
Honest, should be justified in your answer. There should not be any kind of contradiction in your responding, because counter question may be asked.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That just like that I asked you.
yes, sir.
And your justification, your motivation for joining the civil services, not any other services, you answered that question well.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then Viksit Bharat concept, what are the factors that are likely to lead India to the club of developed economy by 2047? Concrete 4-5 steps that are required.
But I liked the way he was trying to see, looking at the parameters of development given by the IMF.
Yes.
Like you said, 13,800 per capita income there, and then you talked about
HDI,
HDI
Human
what was that?
Development Index of 0.8.
0.8
Yes, sir.
as
A threshold.
prescribed threshold.
Yes,
So
sir.
point. So and to achieve this 13,800, you said that presently the Indian per capita income is what?
2379.
2379. So that means it's a huge gap. We are it is 13,000 now. We are only at a 2,000. So to fill this gap, obviously the way you answered was okay. I'm satisfied because you are talking statistically,
Yes, sir.
then talking factually also to achieve 13,800 by. So we need to grow at the rate of
8 to 9%.
8 to 9% at least for
Next 25 years.
25 years or something like that. So it's a task which is difficult, but we can achieve it.
Yes.
ये करके ऐसे कर
Yes.
सकते हैं आप. Because you have to sound positive. You cannot
Yes.
say कि we cannot achieve, right?
Yes, sir.
So it was, your answer was impressive.
Thank you, sir.
But 4-5 points, this is the indicator, you answered it well.
And then you
4
suggested,
points.
sir is what telling is.
Factors.
Okay, sir.
What are the important factors? What are the important considerations that you as an administrator or the
Then
government
how
should take?
India will grow at 8 to 9? How will you ensure that India grows 8 to 9%
Yes, sir.
for so many years?
Next years.
So that look at the manufacturing sector
Yes, sir.
where we have a potential of growing.
Solving structural issues like labor laws, land laws.
ठीक है ना, ये दिमाग में रखो, बाकी सब ठीक है तुम्हारा. Okay?
Well, you have to suggest how India could potentially grow at 8 to 9%. That is the will be more.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Do you want to ask anything more?
Sir, this was there, so how I can improve, sir? Sir, you told about I was anxious in the initial phase and
So no, exactly that means what is happening. It's a natural that when you enter for the 1 or 2 seconds you are nervous, but that is how you have to practice. It will come through only practice.
okay, sir.
So as if you are presenting now, this should be the mode of presentation. Little bit of a smile. Actually, it happens. What happens whenever you go to the new place, you are little tense.
Yes, sir.
When
Yes,
you
sir.
enter into UPSC, that वो भवन में ही जाते ही आपको परेशानी हो जाती है.
Yes, sir.
You are
Yes.
getting tense. So hey, that you have to come over, and it comes by practice only.
Sir, for some questions, for example, you asked about demographic debt and you asked about demographic deposit.
There is a standard definition of this demographic profile examination.
Okay, sir.
Demographic dividend is basically the benefits that are likely to accrue in the process of economic development. In what manner, how can you take the benefit of the skills, the education, through health of the common population.
Yes, sir.
And demographic dividend, when it becomes a burden, if you have not provided sufficient facilities for education, health, skill development, professional qualification, etc., then that illiterate, that unhealthy population becomes a burden on this
Yes,
government. This is demographic debt.
Okay, sir.
Demographic deposit is the potential of the population in terms
In
of
future.
its health, education, skill, which are likely to be used in future by
Okay, sir.
2047.
Okay, sir.
If you have sufficient demographic deposit, only then you can reap the benefit of demographic dividend.
Okay, sir.
So we have to be cautious that the demographic deposit does not convert into demographic
Debt.
liability, demographic disaster,
Yes, sir.
demographic
Debt.
debt.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir. Sir, so if I don't know like such questions which are expected from me to be known, so how should I respond in such case?
Which newspaper are you studying, reading?
Sir, Mint and Indian Express.
Okay, you concentrate on the current events of India. There, so many times these terms have been used. Since if you study newspaper of last 6 months,
Okay, sir.
whatever questions we have covered, both the members, most of the questions, current events related particularly, they are covered in the newspaper, either Mint or Indian Express or the Hindu, Economic Times also. So I think it will be, no question about, very rare question will be asked to you related to current Indian economic situation with which you are not aware.
Okay, sir.
So don't worry, even if you are unable to answer 2, 3, 4 questions, don't worry about it. Don't lose your confidence.
Okay, sir.
This is not the test of your knowledge, it is the test of your personality. Even if they try to trap you, understand?
Yes, sir.
How efficiently you come out of that situation. That is the advantage.
Okay, sir.
You have to learn the art of selling out of the uncomfortable situation, difficult situation. Understand?
Yes, sir.
It is a test of your response. How do you respond to a particular question?
Yes,
Not your knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
So keep in mind, and I think everything will be fine with you.
Sir,
Maybe there IIT Kanpur actually what happens sometimes, why the moment we see IIT Kanpur BSc economics, actually sometimes people tend to ask you mathematical questions as well. So that is why Sir was also asking what papers you have studied. For example, econometrics may be there, because there is a
Yes,
difference
sir.
between BSc and BA.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you must have a mathematical background, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So maybe that some of them may ask you. So you should be ready, because may ask you what is the sine cosine functions or something like that. Although it is not related to area.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
since you are from IIT Kanpur BSc economics, there is a difference between BA and BA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, if you have studied econometrics, they may ask you what is stationarity, autocorrelation. This definition.
Okay, sir.
You should be ready.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It is only that you have studied from a good place, expectation becomes higher also.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you were asking something, right?
Sir, any other suggestion?
Just prepare whatever you are doing, just keep repeating. It's okay.
So how was like my personality in like if you want to rate overall in
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. There is no concern, major concern about your personality. I'll tell you. And you have qualified for the first time. That is a additive advantage. Fresh graduate and you have qualified. Be confident. Believe in yourself that you know things.
Okay, sir.
On the basis of the newspaper, current events, Indian and global economy
Yes, sir.
development, you should prepare at least 100 questions.
Okay, sir.
Reliable questions, they're short and brief answers to that question.
We did not ask you about the Ukraine and
Russia.
Russian war and the Israel war.
Sir, in first interview, I was given a review that I am giving long answers.
No, this time we don't give
No.
long
Yes.
The general comment.
And
they are
practice
What is
before
it?
the mirror.
What does it mean by giving long answer? These are general types of comments. Actually, when you know well, there is no harm in speaking one line extra.
Okay, sir.
If you know well.
Okay, sir.
But if you do not know, then you should abstain.
Okay, sir.
Then you should not linger.
Okay, sir.
Here your answer is precise, quite precise.
Okay, sir.
And sometimes we also love to hear from the candidate. It is not that कि ठीक है बहुत लंबा खींच रहा है.
Okay, sir.
If you tend to answer in a lengthy manner, very lengthy manner, the board members would themselves interrupt.
Okay, sir.
That at 2 or 3 occasions I interrupted you or changes the question, the direction of the question.
Okay, sir.
So you need not worry about your long and short
Long
answer.
answer.
Whatever you know, you should
Stay.
explain it to
Okay, sir.
the members.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Practice before the mirror and prepare about 100 questions, probable questions related to your DAF, your academic qualification, your home state,
Okay, sir.
etc.
Okay, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
There is recently news on pulse production and pulse subsidy.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, and there, we are almost importing 2.2 million tons of arhar dal. So there is a.
Sir, for example, you asked a question on MSP. What should be like my stand in such a question? Whether
No, you should say that argument. If MSP, Swaminathan Commission's MSP is given, it will increase the
Subsidy.
purchase cost of the government, and it will get reflected in food security. Prices will rise, general prices will rise. So therefore, it is not that the government do intend to do this, but at least और आपने एक फिगर बताया कि 2.2 मिलियन अभी ट्रिलियन अभी MSP पे फूड सब्सिडी पे जा रहा है. If it is given, it may lead to 8 trillion, which
Yes,
we cannot afford because
Yes,
we are
sir.
following up fiscal prudence. Yes.
Yes, sir.
अभी FRBM के तहत हमें we have fiscal deficit, revenue deficit almost zero करना है हमें.
Yes, sir.
और fiscal deficit 3% का target है by 25-26.
Yes, sir.
तो we will not be able to achieve this one.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, मिलना चाहिए. फार्मर्स के इनकम बढ़ने से चाहिए, उसके लिए बिचौलिया का हटना जरूरी है और अदर मेजर्स आप सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं.
Sir, if I could say, sir, in principle it is a good suggestion, but it is not practical.
प्रैक्टिकल नहीं बोलिए, ऐसे मत बोलिए, प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है. आप बोलिए कि एट मोमेंट यस गवर्नमेंट इज ट्राइंग टू डू दिस, बट दीज आर द इश्यूज व्हिच आर
Okay.
रिलेटेड, व्हिच मस्ट बी deliberated
Okay, sir.
upon. Right?
Okay, sir.
एकेडमी की भाषा में बोलना है.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
All
sir.
the